Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to light language number 19. Can you tell did you know we've done 19 conversations about light language?
No.
It's awesome. So I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, I think Jeffrey called it. Remember we were like, and here we are with our first, maybe we'll do a second. And I remember Jeffrey in the background is like, and I can't remember the number he went up to. I wish I could remember that.
It's funny. Well, everybody, please welcome JJ, Tutah Speaks. Hello, JJ. Karen, Starseed Awakening 1111. Hello.
Hello.
I am TarotStache. Thank you for being here. All of our links are below, and I have a light language playlist that I add all of these to. So if you want to get caught up, please feel free. Remember, everything that we talk about is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really. And please like, share, and subscribe because it's free. Check your subscriptions to make sure that they are active. So we're going to go around the space and find out what's JJ, what do you have coming up on your channel?
Well, we have the healing ceremony coming up, and it's going to be, they switched the dates. The new date is going to be the 10th. So if you guys are around on the 10th, you can check out my channel, or better yet, go to www.freebirdspirit.com to find out more information about the healing ceremony. That's what's coming up. And most Mondays I do Reiki and a journey.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Karen, what do you have coming up on your channel?
Tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I have my friend Patrick, who has been on the channel before. He's an astrologer, does awesome. JJ will be joining us as well. So we'll be giving out little readings, and then Patrick comes in. I say that those who want a reading with Patrick, you have to put your date of birth and time of birth. And so JJ and I will be giving information out while he's getting his stuff, and then he goes in and shares what he has for you. So yeah, that's what I got going on.
Beautiful. And later today I am a guest on Grow Your Light with Deborah Zachow. She is interviewing me. Very excited about that. And on Monday I have Long Stash, where we're doing Llamas readings. And please like and subscribe, because I do let people know where I'm going to be, because I got a couple of shows because Colleen the Cool Crone and I are planning on doing a conversation about the celebration of llamas on Sunday. So it'll be very good that way. And let's say hi to all of the chatters. Richie's Reach is here. Hello. Teresa Ford, Leah, Ethnicity. I imagine with me Shamanic Healing, and Medium Betsy Palmer is on. I just did a great live with Betsy and Terry yesterday.
Nice.
Great. Rooted Willow Readings is here. Hello, Rooted Willow. And see if I'm... Kaylee Fogo Pogo is here. Hello. Thank you for clicking the notifications. And I don't know if I said hi, Leah. We have Rossi. Mods, please be careful of this one. Tutah Speaks.
Shady character.
Shady character.
Shady on so many levels. So many levels. I'm sorry, did somebody say dusty on so many levels? That wasn't me.
Cluttered on so many levels.
Yeah. Rose Blue is here. Yeah. And we're glad you're here too. Tiffany, love Love some light language.
Mm.
Selenite Junkie is here. Hello. And Lori Huntsinger, thank you. And yes, please like and subscribe to all our channels. Rose Blue said recently told all my chakras are overcharged. My Tasmanian devil floor mats fit me perfectly.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. So, and Kaylee said, JJ, I took a nod from your shamanic headdress from the last video, and I am making my own headband that is beaded, etc.
I can't wait to see that. Yeah, this was made by Phoenix Two Moons in Sedona. And I told her that I needed something to cover my eyes when I channel Tutah. And so she and I worked with Spirit on this, and it sounds great. And then they always, an idea for you, Fogo Pogo, is Phoenix Two Moons always puts a channeled message on their creations.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah. Ooh, I got goosebumps, so I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
Actually, it might be private, so don't share it, but
yeah. And Kaylee said, been struggling with my third eye, so hoping it might help me.
Okay.
And Susan Funes is here. Apple Rose, hello. And my new favorite term, not ADHD brain, but fairy brain.
Yeah, I love it.
I call it my superpower. And Kaylee said, I will make sure I do that. And Rose Blue said, I remember when you used that way back. So everybody, thank you for being here. And so we're going to continue talking about light language. And last time we ended, we were talking about this idea of beating the rugs, getting rid of all of the stuff and the granules that aren't there. And then, Karen, you had a really interesting visual about a nail and stuff. Do you want to share that with everybody?
Yeah. So, I do have two Facebooks. I have one for my family and one for my close friends that I really like, people that are truly in my life. And then there's one for, Starseed Awakening Sage Healers, which is more my business and spiritual stuff. And it was very funny to me because JJ, on the last thing we were talking about the rugs, and all of a sudden, as I'm listening, I got, I was reminded that on Facebook, my squirrel brain slows down when I'm watching silly videos. Like, I'm really interested in these videos where people are cleaning out rugs, like they're spraying them down.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
And so it was so in like, then I heard, and you wonder why we're having you watch these. And then immediately it shifted to this other thing, which is really weird. I can own that. And where they're doing the hooves on cows or horses. Usually I think it's cows. And they specifically showed me this hoof that had, and this guy pulls out this nail from the hoof, and this nail is like really long. And immediately it was like, okay, that's what you're talking about next time. You're talking about getting rid of that dirt and beating those rugs or spray washing down those rugs, getting rid of those long nails that have been, in your hoof trimming. Yep. Hoof trimming videos, getting rid of those long nails that we've been walking with or carrying on that have been, and, as I'm talking, they're showing me someone that is limping in their soul because they have all these things that attach to them that they don't need. So, it was very interesting that is where, I like what Leah just said, old shoes and old paths, because should I keep going?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that, I think we all kind of, for me, before I have a live, I take a moment to meditate. And one of the things that came on was that we are now in a space where what would have bothered us and what we would have hung on to years ago, we're actually, some of us are going to be confronted with those things. And one of the analogies that I use is, if someone would have called me fat like 5 years ago, I would have really hung on to that. And I would have really, kind of processed that and did my self-talk. And now it's like, okay, I can own that. I did eat a Twinkie for breakfast. It's something like that where it doesn't hurt. And so it is really, now's the time to start pulling out those nails and start looking at the things that, releasing and getting ready, because we are a shifting. Timelines are a shifting.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ties in perfectly with the exercise. I did not put 2 and 2 together with the pasture. Yep. So cattle.
Well, what's interesting is, as you were talking, Karen, what I am seeing is when people have these nails, we can use that nail, the things that they're stuck on. Mm-hmm. For me, when it comes to reading Akashic records, because my light language is in symbols. So when I'm doing a private reading for someone, the symbols don't rotate as they are intended to. So they're stuck. Mm-hmm. And this is really helpful for me, because then I can start to pay attention to where they are stuck and what it is that perhaps what has in the past kept them stuck, and what that is moving forward. And being stuck. I don't know if I am making any sense, people.
Well, you are to me, because as you're speaking, I'm seeing a symbol literally being nailed to the wall.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So the only way the symbol can go is this way. It can't rotate this way. You can't see the front and the back. It's almost like you see this symbol that just keeps rotating around. So to me, it makes very perfect sense, mm-hmm. because I'm not seeing all the sides, the cube of it, I'm just watching this space. It's like the Rubik's Cube. I can't see anything but this one that's in front of me. So it does make really a lot of sense to me in what they're showing me.
Well, and I think for me as a reader, this is helpful, because I'm hoping that people will be contacting me for some readings, and then I can actually pay attention to those blockages, or where there's a stop point. Because you see it as rotating in one direction, and what I am interested in seeing, or what I'm seeing, Karen, mm-hmm. and I know JJ's downloading a whole bunch of information. Yep. What I'm actually seeing is taking a nail, and what's happened is the rug is stuck there, and the wind is blowing, mm-hmm. and it's just going like that, yep. like that, like that weird thing from the used car dealership, the flying people.
Love
and
that.
So
love it.
So there's no way for if we're talking about carpets and rugs, there's mm-hmm. no way that rug and that carpet can fly.
No.
As appropriate. So.
No. I like, I want to bring up what Mary just said. Mary Hernandez Walker, so awesome. Wow, what a way to get information. And I think, we should explain for those lurkers that are out there. I know that we try to do this every single time, but I'm being asked to please talk about this again, which is light language comes in many forms. For JJ and I, one of the forms it comes in is speech. For me, it's speech and singing. For Gerald, it's symbols. For other people, it's colors. So there is no, even though we call it light language, that language is such a vast way to get information and downloads that it's almost, and even the language itself can be clicks, or it doesn't have to be words. So Mary, it is a really awesome way to get these downloads, and it is really kind of neat. So if you see us mumbling or winking or doing all of this, what may look weird, I love JJ. I'm like JJ and her eyeballs,
JJ and her eyeballs.
But if you have that, I would invite you to just dive into it, and be comfortable with it.
Yeah. A few more people have come in. It's great to see everyone. Thank you. Kaylee said, nails, infections, gravel, and it can get trapped underneath too. So it's not readily apparent from the outside.
Yep.
And JJ's supposed to talk, and then I'm supposed to talk about something with healing. So Candy Soul and Soil has come in. Lovely to see you. Ice Wolf 2844. Move forward once, and for all, let the old go and accept the new. Yes. So, and Akila B24 is here. And Kaylee said, I've been having a clicking language coming through, but also music and color in the past. So, Kaylee, do you want an invitation for the next time? So, no pressure. Teresa Ford said, sending love to old wounds we hid in our hearts because we valued others' opinions over our authentic selves.
Yeah.
So,
Deep. That one, I feel that one. Yep.
Yeah. Hi, Viviani. Great to see you. SK is here. Hello, SK. And Mary also said, it actually tells a whole lot about you readers and your tenacity to help. Oh, well, you're welcome. So, Oh, and this just in, I can check my schedule. Might help with my stage fright. I mean, I will frighten you beyond what any stage can do.
Yeah, just come be weird. Come be weird with us.
Come be your authentic weird with us. So,
well,
JJ.
And I'm gonna talk to, I call her my sister because I truly believe that people come into your life for a reason, and I have this connection with her that I cannot explain. But I will talk to, when I first got my language, JJ was Debbie and Debbie and JJ were the first to help. And then I went to a friend's house to go visit them. We were going to a party, and I met, and I like to refer to her in my mind as one of my sisters. She had this tattoo right here, and I saw it. I loved it. I fell in love, and I was like, I want that. Is it okay if I do something like that? And she's like, yeah. We started talking, and she also had an experience with an alien experience like I did. And I believe we started talking about language too. And I told her how my language came through. And she was one of the first people that were like, wow. And she has hers in color, hers are all colors. Mm-hmm. And so I'll see if maybe she wants to come on too. Who knows? We shall see.
Right. Yes. So. All right. You're up, JJ.
Okay.
She's been furiously writing. I don't know about you, but it's like the whirlwind coming from up there. I'm like, woo, girl.
Yes. Okay. Let me see if I can remember any of it.
Don't you love that?
Okay. First of all, the limping in our soul, it just makes tears come to my eyes. And just the thought of like limping in our souls, and then someone else had put in there about kind of stepping out of whoever messed with our DNA, and to take away maybe those special things about us, so if that's something that you know about, and like the limping in our soul and not being our true authentic self, or shifting timelines, and allowing ourselves to shift with that. All of that brings like tears to my soul. So thank you for saying that. And Paco, yeah, I'm just going to go right into this little thing we were going to do with you guys, which works perfect with the hooves. And they were also showing me with the hooves and the things that are stuck. They showed me like the old nails that were formed. It's got like a square head. It's old, so it's like ancestral things. And I love the idea of taking those, having just this little journey of like taking those out of our hooves, and packing it. The grandmothers love to come in and pack it with a salve, and just about like dreaming about if we do take those things out that make our soul limp, we can dream our being, dream these things into being, because we're no longer limping. So I'm just going to go ahead. This is going to be my late language. Gerald will do his. Is symbology? Yeah, symbology.
Mm-hmm.
He's a symbologist. And Karen will do hers, and we have this beautiful way of weaving all of our stuff, and we welcome you to do your stuff as well.
May I, because I wrote down, there's this idea of healing. You have to remove the poison. You have to remove the cause. Then you have to cleanse it out, cleanse the wound, and then you tend to it to help it heal.
Yeah.
Because when you were talking about packing that salve, I was like going, oh, they want me to say this now.
Yeah.
And for those of you that cannot or don't want to have that, the hoof kind of thing, they're inviting you to think about the rug. When you were created, you were vibrant and beautiful, and you have your own pattern. And at your core level, you're such this awesome, magnificent thing. And through life and lifetimes, you've just kind of packed on these layers of dirt. And so if you need to imagine that being sprayed off and, raked off, however you see it, they're saying whichever way you need to visualize it, they're saying, visualize it, what feels right to your soul. There is no wrong way, but it's getting at the core of your healing and the core of the person who you are. So.
Okay. So like how vibrant we are. And when those little disturbances come in, and kind of mess with our electricity, that vibration, that light, that frequency, I just love the idea of patching or tending or releasing. They remind me of, I spent some time in Costa Rica, and we would go out on these boats, and we would catch the, I think it's the Dorado or the dolphin fish. And they would be so vibrant and so pretty. And then when they came on the boat and they were caught, they started their color drained out. It's
Mhm.
like that vibrancy that Karen was talking about, like really bringing in this beautiful our frequency. And they also said like the colors of us, the thread of us, it's ever changing, which I just love that. It's like an ever changing, doesn't stand still color. Um, just like a shooting star going through like our atmosphere. It's just like so colorful and just keeps changing. So I'm just gonna go. Ahead and see where Tutah takes us. Taona, aona, taona. Ako e ishetiama nui. Awa shamatiawa. Just like the cattle, sometimes we need a little bit of assistance with removing the things. Atutaku ai anu ka untaku ka ishetia ma ishetaku ye wanui ka anusiaka ma sheawa yewa matiatia ma washewa. So invite in the here and now someone that you trust, someone that's part of your heart song. Tutomako eshewa ntakuma o ama ishetiapa oyewanoe. Or you can bring in the Tasmanian devil. Titawa shatanuma pakoyewa yatawa shatanuma pakyewa. Yititi ama shatama pakuyama tu. It's like when you go to like you see the videos of the pediatrician like being playful during this process. Be playful. Yes, these things can be heavy that we're releasing, but we are the dolphins in our heart space. The color of our soul is playful. That can be dramatic, like an opera. But we are very colorful. So they invite us. Bring in a helper. Yeti ato, many helpers. Our helpers. I see them coming down the path towards us. Anuti tao shewa. They're the ones that are very relaxed on the path. They're not in a hurry. Sometimes they utitama oshtita. Sometimes they toss the seeds on the side of the path. Sometimes they collect the seed. The seed people are coming. Matuka. What a thought. To take out the thorn, to take out the nail, to take out a soul wound. And to tend to it, as if getting ready to plant a seed. You've been waiting. Scanning yourself. This may coincide where you might have chronic pain. Back of the shoulder, the neck, the skull, the feet, anywhere in the body, and really give permission for the helper to come. Putting ourselves out there freely, if this is in our best and highest good, we welcome this. Aqua tama pako shewa, like removing the porcupine quills. Yetiawa ama papa. And when we release those, guess what? With the porcupine quills, we can draw, we can create, we can sew. Atutita mako she tawa ye nano nama wa shewa. Titano mama ko shewa nui, and see them removing kotita with ease and grace. Watuka, yetita, okamakushtita koyewa. And if you gag, if you cough, just know that's releasing. Kamako yawa, tiamako dia, Makuye, 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 makuye. Tama mama mama mama. Seeing us vibrating. Kiama tutano to help with the stickies. Apa kuyama tutawa. Yewa numa. What Yakunata kui taui. Nao kamashiwa yewa. Fully out, not stuck in any little layer, any little weave. Aoi, out, aoi. Mama, like something stuck tutita in the rug, deep in the rug. Naoi kamaishewa noa yata. Yamao yawa shinawa kawewa. Nyamo kaui ka totano ka makuiwa. Yano tiawa waushima out of our hearing. Mo yao naka out of our senses of the third eye. No kanoi tako nako iwa nao shiwa. Mo kaoi. Mo Nashua. Going to the ears. Atyamo. The throat. Mashiwo Maui. Yanu. For the overcharged. The chakras. They love that. Let's grow those chakras to tamako ashewa, to align to that kotaka. Stretching ourselves. No limits. Tuti. Pama oshe tuya uakonakoka. Stretching and stretching. Kuaka. Anotiako. Working on the feet. Atia no, your feet know where to go. Akonetiowa, it receives the information. Uma'u, atia, talking to the earth walkers. Amakuka, yatuna, yepa, oshewa. It's like taking some layers off the feet, the old ways. Tiama, tiatiana, the old ways of talking with the earth through the feet. Mau, kamau, feeling this sacred fire in the glow. Onatya, almost feeling into the rocks that heat up by this fire. Kyonoya washewa, deepening our feet connection. Yanui, removing the sharp things. Yatutita, the things from our feet. Yatui, feeling this magnetic pull from the earth, just helping these little things that add up to big things. Yetitoma, out of our feet. Tututoma bakoshewa, it removes those things from our feet, our souls. See what they did there. Matui. And just releasing kutama kuushewa, if there was any bacteria in a metaphorical way, infection, just draining through our feet, running like this river that is now free. Kuti, allowing the infection to go through. Kyauma, kyono, tititano kupapakash. Wow, it's like some sap, but slow sap that's discolored coming through our feet, being welcomed by the helpers of the in the ground. Tutitamakuka, the little ones of the trees. Akiano makushewa. They're like, it's okay. We'll go in and be playful, and we'll make these little trenches for this sap. The stickiness that's not the right color. Bringing it away, bringing it to the four corners, feeding without this infection that we have. Tutamakushewa, feeding these trenches. They love to take it. Makuya uia makuka, the four corners. the 4 directions. Yangui Taoki Maoshe. Releasing, releasing, and releasing. Tanuna Maui. And the sun comes out to join that fire, that warmth, bringing in the light and bringing in the warmth. Some of us are sunny, some of us are nighttime with the fire. Matui namashe wawaye. And visualizing, looking up, like how many planets and stars and suns and moons do we see? Is it different? Pakunatyamaoki. What do we hold in our hands? Universal. Kutitama kukitamaye pau. Inviting the mystical ones. Yaoi tamawi, the star seeds. Yatyamaku. Help us with the tending. It's so hard to get the hard to reach places of us. Sometimes we need help. Yatunamayewa. They're opening up our own specific chests, these treasure chests. Tutanotiapamawi. They open it with the symbols, Gerald. Akuna, 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 akuna. And leaving it in the symbologist's hands to help.
What's significant is removing all of this stuff is key because it gives us an opportunity to weave together, to put together, to paste, to bring something from another place and allow it to become part of something new. When a lamp is not working, it is important to rewire it. And sometimes what's really interesting, Tutah, for me is as you were speaking, I kept getting this information that records and books and pages and lives are scattered with side notes, marginalia, rips, tears, and that's beauty. Without those things, it hasn't been lived. Sometimes life is messy, and sometimes it's hard, and sometimes there's joy in the messy, and there's joy in the hard parts. And so there's this understanding of the tears and the scars that are there. They make up our story. And how do we see those is a critical part. I'm seeing what's really interesting is I'm in some ways I'm being able to see where symbols have been mended. And it's really, really beautiful. It's the kintsugi, the joining with gold or the golden joinery, which elevates it. And so if you are feeling that you're broken, guess what, Queen? Get some gold, get some silver, put it back together, and give it oomph. Give it oomph. Because that's the story to tell. Because the symbols that are made up of multiple things, the collage aspect of that, there's so much more information and powerful because they've symbolized when we've let things go and when we've used that to take us to that next level. And those are the points of passage for that next level, that next opportunity, that next connection, that next authentic realization. And I think I'm done. So, because I don't remember anything, go for it, Karen.
I always think it's amazing how spirit works with us. So as JJ was talking, I'm going to invite you into my vision and close your eyes, keep your eyes open, however you want to do this. imagine seeing a big, huge tube that you could see out. You can walk into and see around. But before you step in, Spirit laid some shoes down and said, well, I'll say it in light language and otherwise. Atua ete eshine utna ata at broha o broha akne eshine ut. So they're inviting you, look at the shoes, look at the shoes. Take your old ones off and put the new ones on. So just imagine if you could pick any shoes that you want. You have a bunch laying in front of you, grab one, put them on. Imagine this beautiful carpet. This is you, your beautiful carpet laying in this beautiful tube that you can see all of your lives, everything that you've gone to. It was very amazing to me, Gerald, that you said gold, because they're asking us to walk in that tube, see things that you would like to change. And it was almost like sending gold light and gold, this golden, thing that kind of made it okay and it fixed it. That's why I was laughing when you were saying that, because it was amazing to me that they were giving me the same thing. And they're saying, pay attention to all the beautiful things that are happening. It's all a matter of perspective. Everything has a lesson. So to walk down this tube, look at this beautiful carpet that you are. Look at all of these things that you've experienced throughout your lives and fill it with gold if it's not serving you. At the end of this tube, this is what you're truly meant for. It's imagine everything that you want. It's there. It's yours. You just have to pick that tube that coincides. So they're saying, walk down the tube. Look at all these experiences that you've had. Fill them with gold, fill them with light. Imagine green, any sort of color, but right now they're telling me green on some of these things, this beautiful emerald green light shining on these situations that maybe weren't the best. Green, the gold, and it's all about releasing, letting things go. The tube is safe. The tube is your safety. And just imagine things that hurt you before. They don't touch you the same way. They don't have the same feeling because you're letting go of all of that. It's about knowing that you are a true divine soul. And keep walking your path, keep walking down your tube. Okay. Hi. How are you, friend?
I want to, there's some beautiful things. Leah said Tutah is joyful today, and hypnicity. Tutah gives me so much joy. Thank you. KK has arrived, and creation. And Maria is here. First time caught you live, no mistakes. So many blessings to all of you. Great to see you. And Lorraine is here. And Ice Wolf said, reminds me of the poem parable about the violin that was tattered and worn. And Leah said, Gerald, that's awesome. The filler is more brilliant than the cracks. And it's like the beautiful inlaid jewelry.
Yes.
And Kaylee said, my hand chakras are all tingly. Lori Hunsinger said, happy chills. Susan has subscribed to your channel. Karen.
Thank you, Susan.
And Richie's Reach said, yes, chills down my whole right side. And Jenny Berlin said, that was so beautiful. And Wayne Rich is work lurking. Thank you, Wayne. It's called A Touch of the Master's Hand. Ah, okay.
Oh, is that the name of the poem? Because I was going to look it up.
Okay. Touch of the Master's Hand. Love that. And Haley's like definitely going to have to re-listen again when I'm home from work. Yeah. Yep, it is the touch of the master's hand. JJ, did you have something else?
No. It's just, this has been, I don't think it was by accident that we took a break. We didn't mean to take a break, the three of us. It just life, summer, whatever, but we are coming back strong.
Yeah.
And earlier, Spirit did share with me that the three of us will be doing possibly some Zooms where people can come in a limited amount for light language healings, if we're up for that. Yeah.
I'm up for it.
Okay.
Yes.
We're like, okay.
They said
He said so.
this is what we're doing.
Yeah. Which of us would try to argue with Tutah? Anybody?
Yeah, which?
Anybody?
You just said which one of us?
Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah. I'm not going to argue. You cannot make me. So
No.
So yeah. Ooh, yes. And Lorraine is also going to be watching.
Yeah.
That's why there is a playlist.
Yeah.
So
Which?
yeah, which or which? Well,
Or Warlock, you never know.
well, I like which. Yeah.
Let's see. That would be awesome. Okay. Yeah.
A lot of support for that.
What do you have starred over there?
You what?
What do you have starred over there?
Oh, I have just some great stuff, like
Okay.
Kaylee is like, and maybe we could work on that, JJ, when it's done, the channeled message.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For her headdress, and Leah's old shoes for the old path, new shoes for the new timelines.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Teresa Ford said, sending love to old wounds we hid in our hearts because we valued others' opinions over our authentic selves. And this is something that popped in. Medium Betsy Palmer, may I ask for your suggestion to help with my summer quest? I am stepping away from taking things personally and tending to be a centered observer, which is what we were doing. Yes.
That's the pasture. Yeah, that we did talk about the pasture, but putting things out to pasture, Betsy, is for some of those sticky things that were just like, I thought I already worked on that, like, why is that coming back around? Just some advice, a little exercise is to put things out to pasture, like really putting some creativity into the fence. It's just really fun visual, like building a fence and putting those sticky things we want to step out of. Or like Karen was saying, if somebody says or criticizes us and we take it very deeply, go ahead and put those words in a pasture. Especially helpful for, when you think about like, why am I this or why am I that? And maybe this isn't even my stuff. Like, just put it out in the pasture. That way you can look at it, but it's over there.
Yeah. And I think that's where the tube came in, because it was very odd, because they gave me a tube where you could look at this, but it's not going to hurt you anymore. That it's, they almost give me, that's old clothes. Betsy, all of us are going through this phase where those are old clothes and I can't fit them. I can't wear them anymore. I can't, it's like, I'm 54. I'm not going into my size zeros anymore. It's not, I can't even, so I keep that around. I keep dragging these old clothes around that I can't wear, You know, it just doesn't belong to you. And then on another part, you know, one of the things that we as a whole need to realize is, I think some people, sometimes we get caught up in what we can see, the train wreck that's going to happen, you know, and some of us really want to save you from that train wreck. And we go up and down and we jump and we jump. And it's like, you know, but people sometimes need to have that train wreck.
Yeah.
You know, so thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to see that train wreck. Yeah. And sometimes the best thing that you can say when they come to you to talk about that train wreck and wheel you in is, so how's that working for you?
Fan warp optional.
Yeah, I don't have a fan, but I got my parking ticket here. So how's that working for you? You know, and that's enough, because some people don't, you know, when I saw Centered Observer, that's what stood out to me. Yeah. You know,
honestly, I almost feel like I am a new actor cast in the role of character in a long running soap opera.
Because your timeline is changing. And that's the thing. So now you're stuck in this timeline, and you can kind of, and I know that might sound freaky to some people, but we're all jumping timeline to timeline. And if you don't like those characters and you don't like that, you need to start saying, I need a different timeline, you know?
Like one day the character of Betsy came downstairs a different actor.
Yes.
Yep.
So, and you know, Betsy, I was writing things furiously because I actually think this idea of centered observer is a great conversation for a show.
Mm-hmm.
So
100%.
I think this is, you know, what does that mean? And that's really powerful. And it goes back to what we were talking about yesterday on Terry's channel about the idea of, is this acceptance in your story? What's your story? Okay, we can't see. What does your hat say?
Not my problem.
There you go. And Betsy said, I'm in. So
yeah,
this is the over helper, you know, the first responders in the family. You don't have to do your blood transfusion. Like, I'm going to draw some blood and put it to the side just so I'll have it for my family when they need it. It's like, no, it's not your problem.
And Ms. Lady said, my life is a train wreck, but I'm still rolling down the tracks.
Choo, choo, all aboard.
Yep. Yeah.
And I think that's what those of us who are stepping into our spirituality or have been into our spirituality with all these, you know, they just show me all these timelines going like this, is we're really having to find some balance in all of this, you know, and, you know, I'm blessed to be away from everybody and in a completely different state from everybody I know. And it makes it so much easier for me. So, yeah.
And several other people have talked about how, Betsy, your courage to share this has been something that others are recognizing and are going through something similar. Yeah. So thank you for being the message for that. And this just in, Jenny Berlin said, Betsy, you are awesome. Mm-hmm. Just in case you've forgotten that.
You know, just tapping into what you just said, Gerald, about, you know, people joining this conversation, whether it's energetically or however it is that they're joining it now or on the replay. It's that Tutah always says, like, we're these really great special ingredients, you know, the saffron or the, you know, the, I don't know, it's something. We're all these little ingredients in this collective stew or soup. And so I think it's the same way with all of us, like whoever shows up here or on the replay, or if you're talking about it to somebody, like about, you're not going to believe what these, you know, we did in this community. It's like, we're all of these, like, thank you for showing up and thank you for sharing, because you know what I mean, right?
Yeah. I truly believe that if you're here, you're not here, you know, there's no accidents.
Mm.
There is a reason that you're here. And sometimes, just like with cooking, which is alchemy, which I'm not going to call that witchcraft or anything like that. I would never do that. I would never do that unintentionally. Of course it's witchcraft. Look in the refrigerator, see what you have, and make an amazing meal and set the intention that it's going to be healthy. It's going to bring people together. It's going to be nourishing, whatever, some people call that kitchen witchery. But the point is sometimes individually we're powerful, but the beautiful mix of a little bit of Karen, a little bit of JJ, a little bit of Gerald, that works great. But today we need a dollop of JJ. We need a quarter cup of Karen, and we need a sprinkle of Gerald. And so I think this is when we pay attention to that, it's so very important. And and by the way, Betsy, if you need help creating a fence to put something out to pasture, black salt does that really well.
All you do is throw it at people. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, what's that thing?
Hairspray and a lighter.
Yeah. Wait a minute. For entertainment purposes only, do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really, well, it's like that. Any crystal's good for protection if you throw it hard enough.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of those things that I love that idea of take that, remove that goo, remove that nail, remove that poison, and if you don't know what to do with it, just set it aside, put it out to pasture, and then if you need to go look at it, you can, or if you forget about it, okay. So
yeah, I really liked how relaxed the seed person was coming down the path. And I don't know about you guys, but if I envision myself, it's not like the saying sitting on the fence. It's like a different kind of feeling of sitting on the fence. I feel like I'm gazing at what's put out to pasture. And I feel relaxed when I'm sitting on the fence and just seeing like, oh yeah, I remember that over there. Like that sucked, but now I'm on this fence over here, just relaxed looking at it. And
yeah. Teresa shared, sensitive people have been feeding themselves to the needy one bite at a time, but our superpower is to use that energy to shine light on the path so others can see the pitfalls for themselves. Or we can help them get up from those pitfalls. So, yeah. But Annie Hamlet is here. Hi, Annie. Good to see you. And I remember one of the things when I was doing, not currently, don't judge me, when I was regularly meditating, my brain would kick in. And so what I would do is, and I've said this before, I gave my brain a math book and told it to sit down and have fun so that my brain was occupied.
Yeah.
You can see it now. There's this little brain, with a little book. And, maybe next time I'll have a brain and a little math book for it to do. But it's one of those things that it's just like, put it out to pasture.
Yeah.
Put it to bed. So.
Well, and the main thing I think with all of this is you can't go into a new energy when you're still vibrating, carrying all of this.
Yeah.
So let that shit go.
Well, you can try.
Yeah, you can
Let
try.
us know how it works for it.
Yeah.
Put it out to pasture.
Thank you everybody for being here. You are wonderful. We are at the top of the hour. So apparently when we're finished, we're going to be talking about Zoom light language healing meetings, when that might be able to happen, and the next show. So, and
Do you have a card
Anybody-
for us, Gerald?
Do I have a card for us?
Yeah.
Which card? The light
I-
language?
No, you're
It
shuffling.
looks like you're
cards.
shuffling.
Oh, I've been shuffling because it's a nervous habit. Yes, I have a
What is that?
card.
What is that song? All my life is shuffling, shuffling. So I know what it's up here.
Okay. I have 2 cards. I have the Page of Cups. So this idea of we're experiencing new feelings. New feelings are showing up, and it's time to explore them and to be curious about them, not just to hate them. And the 9 of Swords. Because guess what? New emotions can be very confusing to brains that are stuck, to thought patterns that are stuck in their old ways.
Yep.
So when that happens, try to get some sleep. This is oftentimes it's the nightmare card. Pay attention to your dreams, and then, it's interesting. Have this page take this person on a walk and let this person allow things to go and see how the page supports them. They're walking out to the pasture because they see the fence and they're going out there together and they're supporting each other. That was an interesting visual for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you all got that, but I'm like going, oh, holy crap. They're walking down the path and they're doing this stuff. So
Nice.
So thank you, everybody.
Yay
Oh,
for all of us. Good job, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you for bringing you authentically to this conversation. It was really beautiful. So,
Yes.
And I was talking to you, Lorraine. Just you.
Just you.
Everybody's benefiting. Because I'm benefiting, because I also have, I realize I have a few things I need to put out to pasture. Mm-hmm.
This
Put
was
in the
sponsored by Lorraine.
Sponsored by Lorraine. There you go. All right, everyone, take care. Any other messages, JJ or Karen?
I need to pee, so I'm going to release in my shamanic way and drink water. Take care of myself. Be gentle.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
See you later at 6 o'clock there, JJ.
Yeah. See you at 6.
Oh, yes. All right. Bye.
Thank you.